Yo, we in here 2016, let's go. And man, I was in the library in the city, right? And I caught my hands on some greatness. The world of Flashpoint. For those who don't know, we talking that Flash, Barry Allen, let's go. And when he went and decided he wanted to change up the game by saving his mother, that one moment changed everything. And if you've seen, and link will be in the description box below to my review of Flashpoint, Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, the animated movie. Definitely check out that movie if you've never seen it. And this will give a great, that movie will help give a great backdrop if you've never read the comics, to these videos that are coming up, because there are multiple ones. Okay, and starting off, we dealing with the one who was the cause of it all besides Flash himself, the reverse Flash, Edward Thorne. Now, if you are a fan of the Flash series, dog, if you are, then you know what kind of character this man is. Oh, now, I will say though, it was a very short story. Okay, very, very short. You know, this book is like, what, 5 of these short stories, and it's given a great picture. And this is kind of before, and we getting it from Edward Thawne. It's hard to say his name, right? We get it from the Reverse Flash's perspective, and he's just pissed off at Barry Allen. I mean, he is pissed the hell off. He's like, there are no metahumans, at least in my 25th century or whatever it is. He's like, your ass don't belong. You don't belong here. You from the past. You're a relic. I was supposed to be the man. I had linked to the Speed Force. I was going to be the Flash. I was going to be the fastest man alive. I was going to have all this fame, power, and everything I could imagine. But if you weren't meddling, you're meddling. He wasn't a meddling kid like we're doing Scooby-Doo and all them, right? In the Mystery Gang, Freddy, Daphne, Velma, Shaggy. You know, you can add in a little old Scrappy if you want to as well later on down the line. But we ain't talking about no meddling kid. We talk about one of the greatest heroes, superheroes of all time. You know, the fastest man alive. Debatable, even though Wally West, the fastest Flash, but Barry Allen connects with the Speed Force. But anyways, long story short, he was wearing it, and Barry Allen just goes, oh, there's a bop. That's what happened to him. And so, Reverse Flash, who has lack of experience, is like, oh, I'm so sick of it, and he got thrown in prison. He got locked up. This man is livid. He is 38. He is infuriated, enraged, and he's like, what, y'all think y'all can keep a bad man down? Forget a good man. Y'all think y'all can keep me down? Oh, no, y'all slipping. So he does, and somehow connect to the Speed Force and creates this negative Speed Force, right? To be able to counteract the abilities of Flash. He's like, yo, if I can just go back in time and, the inverse, the yellow, the infamous suit, right? So like, let me go back in the past, right? And he's like, let me go back to the point of, if I can stop him from becoming the Flash, that's my point. There's no him. We good. I get my shine, everything will be fine. Everything's great. He didn't understand the repercussions of time travel. He didn't also understand how it doesn't necessarily work. There are certain fundamental points in history that have to happen after occur. He tried to stop the experiment that caused the Flash. Ain't happening. He tried to stop, he tried to manipulate Flash when he was young. That happened. It just wasn't happening. He was able to, people who weren't quote unquote important, he was able to take them out. But then we see at the end, with the Flash and the whole mother. But we see that the interesting, just the vehemence, it's not exactly justified. We must say, it is not justified. Like, unfortunately, this is like a snapshot. Like, why the hell do you hate? I understand he beat you. I get that. I understand you wanted to be the man, that dude. But come on. Like, Edward Thawne, come on, dude. Like, this is petty, dude. This is petty. Like, it's not the most petty thing you can do, but it's petty. You have a petty mindset. You want to impact history because a dude beat you. Because you wanted to replace him. I mean, he wore the Flash's wardrobe. He wore the suit. It's like, dude, What's wrong? There is something, an inferiority complex. That's what I'm getting from it. There's an inferiority complex with the Reverse Flash. And, you know, you want to replace. And you want to, you know, instead of him doing him, becoming a great scientist, instead of putting his efforts in becoming a hero in his own right, becoming, you know, or, you know, becoming infamous in his own right. Instead of him doing what he does, he had to, what is, you know, trying to sully the name of Flash. Like, what is that? That's completely irrational, completely illogical, irrational, and ineffective, as it was proven in this one. And so now we're gonna go back in time, and we're gonna try to mess with everything and think that's gonna be okay. But when you know, pretty much don't give a damn, when you completely care less, when you could care less about what happens, this is a beautiful example, ladies and gentlemen. You know why time travel would be a bad thing. It's incidents like that growing up why I understood you don't just mess with things. Fate and other matters matter. They actually do really matter. Personal, I constantly talk about it, and you could say more or less preach. Personal accountability, personal responsibility, and consequences, okay? I talk about that a boatload, right? And, excuse me if you hear something, I had to deal with some with the laptop. But those things, when you do not have that, you will have people just make stupid decisions, stupid choices that will massively and majorly affect, especially when they have powers and abilities to do so. We see it oftentimes in where people are in positions of power and authority, and they just, you know, selfishly, greedily, or power, and that's what strives them, and then they just do, and just, no matter who gets hurt, no matter who gets screwed over, this is what we're going to do to people. And that's what Edward Thawne is, just in a completely different sense. Almost sociopathic to what he was doing. You could argue to say he's a sociopath. He's definitely not a psychopath. He's no joker. But you can argue that he's a sociopath. Okay? These are my thoughts. What are yours? Unexpected Wonder, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely check this out, and there will be more of this, you know, the world of Flashpoint. Overall, I gotta say out of this, it's rough, because I want to give it higher. It was short. It doesn't matter if it was short. My issue was we really didn't get a good explanation for why he did it. Like, we're getting your perspective from Thawne, but we're not getting. So I'll say it was solid. It was 7 out of 10 to be fair, because I gotta be critical. I really liked it. Oh, and also, there's what also brings it down, the artwork. I mean, it was pencil drawings, but the artwork, it was good. Don't get it twisted. It was good at parts, but other parts is like, ooh. Like, not horrible, not trashy. We're not talking Yoshihiro Togashi trashy. We're not talking occasional Akira Toriyama. No. We're not talking, you know, when older school is we're not talking about that. Occasionally. We're talking about, it's like, oh, you got some, ooh, and then sometimes, ooh, like, degrading a few degrees. Okay, so I had to bring it down. The art game is important, yo. Especially when you read the rest of these in this world, and that jump be popping and vibrant and on point, and then you get some parts like, what happened, dog? What happened to the illustration game? Like, this standard, you got this high standard, and you just, ooh, we like 3-4 levels below. So yeah, it was too spotty in the art game, the art department, the drawings. But yeah, all right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.